Okay, before we get to our newest host, Mr. Strombo, I want to get you some news here. Breaking news from overseas from the UK. We are following the health of Prince Philip, the husband of Queen Elizabeth, Duke of Edinburgh, has been admitted to a London hospital for, as British media are quoting, an exploratory operation on his abdomen. And we are hearing he's expected to remain in hospital for 2 weeks. This is according to British media reports. I remember I was covering the Diamond Jubilee there in London last summer. And he fell ill after a very cold and long boat ride on the River Thames. Went to the hospital for a bladder infection at the time. So he is back in the hospital for an exploratory operation on his abdomen. We wish him well. We'll make some phone calls. As soon as we get more, we will bring it to you here on CNN. But now to this. You may not be able to spell his name. I'm sure he's so sick of these jokes. But you will remember it. Friday nights this summer. Stroumboulopoulos is CNN's new late-night show hosted by George Stroumboulopoulos. He is our import from the north. As a broadcaster in Canada, he has interviewed all kinds of people. I'm talking Jodie Foster, Richard Branson, Deepak Chopra, Bradley Cooper. The list of the famous goes on and on. And now we get him to do this for us here on CNN. His show debuts this Sunday night. Set your DVRs, 10 o'clock Eastern. But its regular time slot will be Friday nights at 11 o'clock Eastern in front of a live audience. So, George Stroumboulopoulos, it's funny. Let me just be real. It's funny looking at his name in the teleprompter because it takes up, like, the whole line. How are you, my friend?
I'm well. How are you today? My name's Bananas. I get it.
Did I hear correctly that it took you until the 5th grade to spell your name correctly?
Yeah. I used to go to the back of the portable, and I just would tell the teacher, look, at some point I'll just pull out my driver's license and spell it from there. And she said, you're not going to have a driver's license for a long time.
Yeah.
So I had to sit at the back of the class and try to figure it out.
I've watched so many interviews with you because as you do your homework, I'm trying to do mine here, and I appreciate your usage of the word rad. Tell me, how many piercings do you have?
Well, I'll tell you, Brooke, you can see 3, and that's all I'm going to say.
We'll stay with that. We'll stay with 3. to your show now here on CNN. I love this, that you're doing something no other CNN show does regularly, and that is have a live audience. It's what you did back home with the red chairs. You're doing it here. Why is that? What do you get from that?
You know, I think you get a couple of things. Number one, you get energy in the room, which is really nice. And I think oftentimes when you sit down in an interview situation, the guest is very disconnected from the audience at home, and seeing the audience allows them to remember, hey, look, there are people that are watching this. Because as you know, Brooke, the camera is kind of a black hole that can suck your soul if you're not really paying attention.
In a studio. People don't realize that, right?
For sure. So you bring that audience in, and it's far more human. I mean, it's what I try to do, what you try to do every day, and you do quite well, is you want to have this human connection with people, and sometimes you want to surround yourself with others to do it. I'm excited to see how it goes.
I am too, and let's talk about the first show, because you got a couple of people. One is rapper Wiz Khalifa. Here's a little clip.
But if you think about it, hindsight being what it is, and you being a parent, the fact that so here you are going through this, and your mother was in the war.
Yeah.
That's quite a thing. And it really works, especially for masculinity, right? You get to see how gender roles work and how things are very different today.
Yeah, man, parents put it out on the line, and, you know, when you put it in that perspective, I wake up every day and I gotta do my job, but I would love to just spend all the time in the world with my son, but I can't just stay at home and look at him all day like I want to, you know what I mean? I actually gotta go to work. And then, you know, my mom having to go to war with me being a baby, she didn't want to have to leave me for any amount of time. So, you know, I think we just earn our stripes and we just go with the flow. Whatever is presented with you, you just got to make the best of it.
You know, Strombo, I appreciate your lean-in, real style of questioning. I mean, asking Wiz Khalifa... Yes, thank you. Let me practice my Strombo lean. I appreciate your questions. You know, who would have thought to ask him about his mother who was away at war, and then just being a dad? And just tell me, how do you prep for these interviews? How do you do your homework?
You know, you try to do as much as you can in terms of researching the person, but I try to spend a lot of time, like a lot of interviewers, trying to understand where they come from and understand what their life would have been like. Because, you know, when you go home for a family dinner, everybody reverts back to the same role they've always had in their family. It's the same idea. So we are who we were when we were 12 or 13. So I try to create some sort of environmental portrait of who they are. But really, I'm not even that... I don't think about it that much. I just kind of lose myself in the person, and I forget that I'm on television, yeah.
Yeah, that's the best compliment I feel like you can get when somebody is sitting with you and they tell you that through the interview they've totally forgot there were cameras on you. Okay, to something we like to do here for new folks. So we're going to do a little word association. You ready to roll?
Okay, listen, there's no delay, is there?
No delay.
Oh, boy.
No
All
delay.
right.
Keep the four-letter words for the commercial break. Okay, first one. We'll start easy. Canada.
Home.
CNN.
News.
Anthony Bourdain.
He hates vegans, but I love him.
Because you're a vegan, right? I'm asking this because of your philanthropy work. World hunger.
Health and justice issue.
Bob Dylan.
The greatest. Well, him and Neil Young.
Red chair.
Comfortable.
Justin Bieber.
Slightly worried, but optimistic.
Interesting. Gay marriage.
Yes. Marriage equality, justice.
Jodi Arias.
Sensational.
Sensational. Final one, the perfect interview.
Do you mean with a person or just what it's like?
I'm leaving it open on purpose.
The perfect interview. One with no ego.
George Stroumboulopoulos, welcome. It is a pleasure. Your new show begins Sunday, 10 p.m. Eastern, and then you are rolling on to Friday nights, 11 p.m. Eastern, the following week. Welcome, 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 and good luck. Good luck. Thank you. Coming up, some of the hottest videos of the day, including a monkey on the loose. No, not Bieber. Monkey on the loose, wreaking havoc in Florida. A teenager's terrible jump, and the Biebs? What? Space Geeks? He's becoming an astronaut. Hit play. Next.